Check over here. It looks like a house. Oh, I look like a ghost. Maybe I need to get a softer light. This is such a cute encyclopedia. Oh, they are not in order. While the game is loading up, I got this little Batman encyclopedia, character encyclopedia, I think for $1 at one of the local thrift stores. Yeah, I'm somewhat disappointed. Oh, they list them here. Great. 189. They have a table of contents. Fear not. They have a table of contents. So that's great. I'm going to check really fast if I can hear myself, because that was an issue yesterday. Great, that's all I need to hear. Oh, they have the new ventriloquist in here, who is not who we will encounter today. Spoiler alert. I don't understand this order at all. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, I've got... It's slightly older, so it doesn't include as many of the newer characters, but that's A-okay. So we'll just look up the ventriloquist. Arnold Wesker, we're going to be encountering... We're going to encounter his cohort today. Again, for those of you just joining me this morning, welcome. This is a week full of gaming for me, DavidMMoan. I put a little extra M in there because DavidMmoan with no extra M was taken. And my middle name starts with M. And my social security number... yeah, so I'm just getting into streaming. This is my fourth or fifth broadcast, something like that. So thank you for joining me here this morning. I joined Twitch because a friend of mine said it would be fun, and because I've been an unemployed actor. Are you not working? I have been working. Ah, there we go. Sound in my headphones is working. Yeah, so I do musical theater. I like talking to people, and I love playing video games. And my favorite superhero of all time is Bruce Wayne himself, Mr. Batman. And the Arkham series have got me through some of the most difficult times of my life. But one of the things that I've never done is 100% completed them. So, here on Twitch, I am starting that journey. As you can see, we are 48% of the way there, which in reality, if we go back to that main menu for a second, means we are palindromic with the percentage that we will end up getting when we complete the story mode of this game, which is 84%. Because the other 16% are challenge maps, which in this game make me very angry. But for you, my Twitch streamers, and for my peace of mind, we will get there. I want to say thank you for being here for my 2 viewers. I don't know if RedRum867539 is out there, but thanks for the follow last night. I always appreciate that. Let's look at some character trophies to get our day started, see who we unlocked. Ashley, if you are out there, as usual, this is kind of a Joker warning. I will do my best to not put the visuals on screen without a fair warning. Starting with Harley Quinn, Dr. Harleen Quinzel. This is a very different character design than we saw in the comics. Harley Quinn's first appearance was on the animated series as an unnamed Joker goon, voiced by Arlene Sorkin, inspired by her performance on a soap opera, the name of which I forget. But on a soap opera, she was dressed... Oh, we're going to spin past that because I don't want to objectify Harley Quinn. She may be a villain, but she is still a human being. So, yeah, Arlene Sorkin was dressed up as a... thank you. Was dressed up as a Harley Quinn, and Paul Dini associated the voice with her, and it was delightful. Yeah, so she used to be covered a lot more, but male gaze at its finest. Harley Quinn, a great, great character. It's been cool to see her literal and visual liberation. Another male gaze character, but what an intense, awesome character. This is Pamela Isley, also known as Poison Ivy, as you're seeing there in the corner. Oh, jeez. Yeah. There we go. Pamela Isley was a scientist who, had some weird stuff happen, and now she's more plant than she is person. And, she is an eco-terrorist, feeling more connected with plants than people, which I know some people like that as well. Pamela Isley, we'll experience her more in other games. All right, and it looks like those are the character trophies for today. We'll go back through the character bios as a way of breaking up the challenge modes. But here we are. Again, we're 163 Riddler trophies in. We've got 14 of 20 upgrades. Oh, you can literally read it there. We unlock a lot of stuff as we go. And we're going to continue our story. Last time on Arkham Asylum, we just found ourselves in the botanical gardens, encountering Poison Ivy there. Poison Ivy, who has been given the Titan formula by Joker. Quick recap: the Titan formula is a hybrid version of
having
Venom.
A different effect on Ivy. Her plants are growing. They'll soon be out of control.
They will. So the Titan formula was commissioned by Joker with a Dr. Young, who unfortunately perished in a couple episodes ago.
That pod appears to contain similar spores to the ones Ivy used to attack Gotham last year. They're deadly.
So these spores are a pain in the butt, but if you sneak up on them, you can punch them and destroy them. Ah! Wasn't paying attention. So if you've never played this game before, the way that I played is a little, I'm going to say haphazard, as far as the story goes, because it'll be worse in Arkham City, because I just get very distracted doing side missions and stuff. In this particular game, the Riddler trophies are the ones that we concern ourselves with, and they are everywhere. Riddler trophy!
Oh, you are definitely cheating.
Oh, it just makes him so mad. Ashley, this is a Joker warning. 3, 2, 1.
These are the private notes of Dr. Young. Titan is a success.
So throughout these, which we, like I said, we'll listen to as a way of breaking up the challenge modes. I'm getting insecure thinking about the challenge maps, in part because I like to be good at video games, and the challenge maps are hard. Hey, Fuge. Good morning. How are you today?
You sure? We're fine.
Oh, I already got it.
Well, if you insist.
All right, we're almost there on the upgrades. I always save the armor for last just because it's a nice little challenge.
Yes, I must say progressing more rapidly than I expected. But enough of that. Let's talk about you.
No, let's talk more about your Titan
My what? How do you...
How do I know you have Bane strapped to a table in the basement while you pump him dry?
If you are listening to that audio log, I am fantastic this morning. It's just a beautiful morning. I made myself a nice cup of coffee. It's been fun to have a kind of consistent schedule this week. I'm sure my Facebook friends are getting tired of seeing all my posts about me playing video games, but trying to build up that following, trying to figure out what my best schedule is. Last night I started a PG stream of a 100% of Lego Batman 3 because I just can't get enough Batman. So if you are...
I don't believe it. How did you work that one out?
If you know little human beings who might enjoy a silly stream that is family friendly, right? It feels like such an imposition. But it's the only way to get out there. And as far as I know, Twitch isn't a pyramid scheme, so it could be worse. The Lego DC games are so great. I was going to play them in order as well, but then I got to the Microsoft Store, because I have the first two for the Wii. Yeah, but then I decided... Excuse me. I decided because Lego Batman 3 was on sale with all of the DLC and everything, I would go with that one. And I'm glad I did. It's a cute game. Oh, I do too. They're so much fun. A friend of mine actually said if I ever play a kid-friendly superhero game like the Lego Batman games, and I have this dream to be America's uncle. Sometimes a weirdo, sometimes not. But in doing that, it makes me want to stream on here. Now, with that said, I have been having a little bit of an identity crisis, wanting to kind of cater to everybody. And the truth is, I swear a lot more in real life than I have been on these streams. So I'm going to start labeling my streams as PG. I'm going to start labeling streams as PG if they're kids friendly. And otherwise, I'm not going to go out of my way to swear.
Batman.
Hey, Aaron Cash.
I figured you'd be here about now. What's the deal with the plants?
It's complicated.
Let me guess. Poison Ivy. She teamed up with Joker.
Mm-hmm.
All that matters is that I can stop the plants taking over the island, but...
There's always a but, isn't there?
Where do you keep Killer Croc? I found a door in the sewers, but it's sealed shut.
That monster's got his own special cell. It's right below the transfer room back in intensive treatment. Elevator goes right down to an old sewer. We just drop meat down there every day or so and try to forget about it. It's locked off. More security than the Joker. You won't get in without the warden.
Morning, Miles.
He has the codes.
I think that's
Thanks,
Miles
Cash.
there.
Stay here and do not go near the plants. They'll kill you.
Oh, and Lady Fuchsia, thanks for the follow. I'm still figuring out the best setup for seeing my chat and seeing things like follows. I gotta get one of those cool moderators. I'm just overwhelmed at the generosity of people. I've been at this for about a week. And I'm halfway to 50, which I've been informed 50 is a great number of... Good morning, friend. 50 is a great number at, like, upping your game. So the fact that I'm already halfway there, and it's literally, I mean, it's people like Miles putting information out there, or Ashley. I don't think Kev's out there this morning, but if you want to follow some good people, I'm still figuring out how to connect pages. I did it twice, and then I don't know how to do it. So that when I'm not on, other streamers get to see. Oh, of course! That makes so much sense! Well, thanks for, thinking that I'm worthy of being a family affair. I'm just gonna check, because sometimes I miss a set of teeth in here, and I don't know when they spawn. But if I can knock them out right now, might as well. They have not spawned yet. Okay. Yeah, for those of you who have ever been to a professional theater show or anything, you might have like waited outside of the show, shake hands with a performer or whatnot. I know that's intimidating to a lot of people, but as a performer, it is one of my favorite things. Getting to say thank you to the audience for being there and, you know, giving people that opportunity. Because I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to meet people who I enjoyed. So I have been missing that so much, and it is nice to have the little chat to kind of replicate that. Like, just learn about people. And even though it's me kind of performing here on the TV screen, we have that, what do they call it, a parasocial relationship. You know, just the thought that, oh, I could be friends with you people in real life. And all I had to do was start up. I gotta start warming up, I think, especially if I'm gonna do a speed run. Jeez, oh man, I'm getting my butt kicked. That's such a great thing. Alan, this is gonna be a weird little brag, but I performed over in Austria, and they taught me the importance of the encore.
Batman, every route into intensive treatment is locked, and there's nothing I can do to bypass the security.
Well, there was a sniper up on the
hello, we've just doubled my numbers, which is great. Welcome to the 6 of you. My name is DavidMMoan. The M in the middle stands for a middle name, of which I will not tell you. Ooh, I've just started my day of Arkham Origins, and I'm already getting my butt kicked. Feel free to say hi in the chat. We love talking over here on this Bat channel. For those of you joining me for the first time, I am streaming the Arkham games in an attempt to 100% complete them, something that I have never done in the decades that I have been playing these games. As you can see, I still make lots of mistakes. The hope is that this will give me something to do during quarantine, as I am a currently out-of-work actor, like pretty much every other actor. And I'll be able to raise some monies. I'll be able to, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts. I'll be able to raise some money. And I've never tried that. It didn't work. Raise some money to build a bat suit. What are you doing, Batman? So that I can visit, like, children's hospitals and stuff. So if you think that's pretty cool, you like Batman, you like the sound of my voice, feel free to give me a follow. Say hi. Ivy and the Joker, well, actually one of the, it's not quite, this is me deflecting the question, because I don't know, oh, there are so many good stories we could reference. So I'll be honest. My Batman knowledge is wide, but it's not always specific on some of the characters. But what I will say, is that we will see Ivy back, and the Joker. No, we won't talk about that. Sorry, Ashley. Harvey Dent. Actually, if you want to see a fun, it's not exactly a collaboration, but it's all the villains sitting around. There is an episode, I think it's called "I Almost Got Him" on Batman the Animated Series, and it is the villains, the Rogues Gallery, sitting around telling stories, and Joker is there, so Ashley, do not watch it. Ivy is there. Yeah, I feel like Ivy's motivations are so different from the Joker. I don't think it would go well if they collaborated. Did I not get this one? I might have forgotten this one. Oops.
I don't want it.
No? Oh, I can't get that one yet. And I can't get that other one yet. Oh, wondering about in the comics. You know, I'm going to take a note. One of my favorite phrases that I've learned to use. One of my favorite phrases is, I don't know, but I'll find out. Because there's no shame in not knowing something. But yeah, I will look up a comic collaboration between Joker and Ivy. I mean, I feel like it has to have happened. Joker's certainly been around long enough. Joker just doesn't play well with others, though. That's always been part of his downfall. There's a beautiful moment. I think it's in the Arkham Asylum graphic novel. I might be wrong though. Again, I need to brush up on this stuff more if I'm going to talk about it. But there's this beautiful moment.
All over Arkham Island.
Ivy's plans are taking hold. I've got to stop them before the entire island is under her control.
Hilarious. I so agree. So in Arkham Asylum, and I know Ashley hates her, or him, but the Joker, he can easily become sort of a one-note character. But there's real complexity there. I think that was part of the problem with the Jared Leto Joker, is that it just, I don't know, he became a caricature, and when you make caricatures of these villains, you're probably on the boardwalk. What a stupid joke. When you make caricatures of these villains, they lose what makes this lore and these characters great. And that goes for the movies. Oh, I missed. No, I didn't.
Are they ready? Have you planted the explosives yet?
Yeah.
Done. Razor's just finishing his off now.
Good. Let's test them out.
No! No, I'm still up!
But going back to the complexity of a character like Joker, there is a moment where, I think it's Harley Quinn. It's got to be Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is holding the Joker. That was silly. That's okay. We'll do this. I'm doing all the weird strats today in that I have no strategy. But Harley Quinn is holding the Joker as he's kind of weeping. And it's just this intimate, sweet moment between these two messed up characters, and you realize that, like, oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. The Joker's a crazy person, but he's still a person. Ooh, I should be careful with the word crazy. I think that is something we're trying to be better about.
He ain't sneaking past me.
So just because we are on the Joker, and because I don't think Ashley is here, does anybody have a favorite characterization of the Joker? Do we have Jack Nicholson fans out there? This Predator challenge is going to be a pain in the butt for me when I do a speed run. I'm just a little too cautious. So I need to remember to use items.
Batman, can you hear me? Show yourself.
He's not necessarily my favorite, but I really liked John DiMaggio, who is the voice of Bender. Ooh, don't go up there. He voiced in Under the Red Hood. He does a great job. Ah, no. There we go. Yep, of course. Oh, I gotta start practicing, everybody. Jack and Heath, they are so drastically different. And that's part of what makes them great. I also think during a speed run, I'm gonna have to talk less. Oh! Alright, friends.
Gotta say, I thought you'd last longer.
So did I. I don't blame whoever left after that one. For those of you who stream, do you struggle with talking and streaming? It's something that I'm really getting used to. Yeah, Mark Hamill is the voice of the Joker for me. When I read the comic books, it doesn't matter what era, whether it's whether I'm reading like the old Chronicles, Batman Chronicles. If you're unfamiliar, they're reprints of the original like detective comic and Batman. It's essentially every Batman comic that we've seen. I think there's only 10, so it's not actually every comic. There we go. We gotta start playing smart. Ah, that is not what I meant to do. That's okay. Here we go. Okay. Huh? Shoot.
Get away from me!
Well, it was really nice of him to wait. Yeah, yep, I've heard it's great. Oh no. I gotta remember to grab this because I died last time.
Interview number 1.
So, I'm your first items. You know what they say, you never forget your first
If you are a fan of the character Harley Quinn, and you're looking for a comic, why do you do the things you do? Read Mad Love. It's based on the episode of the same name from the animated series, but they go into a little more detail, and they get to be a little more grown up. Like, they put the joke, rev up your Harley, back in there. Harley in her nightie. Have I not gotten the map? I haven't. There's a chance that I will miss something. I think I got this one already. Sorry, it's not a speed through. Speed run. Yeah. I'm very new to it. And in all honesty, I haven't done a ton of gaming with people. This was mentioned last time, but oh, here we go. This is a cool... I'm gonna let you experience this. If you haven't experienced this game.
Did anyone catch the game last night?
Huh? Oh, that's a good idea. I just like talking to people. I know there will be days where it's just me on here, probably. But the idea that I can chat with people is so much fun. That would make it easier. It does help that I know this game pretty well. And I'm not super embarrassed about dying. I'm sorry, Ashley, I forgot the Joker warning. I don't think you're out there. I'll still do better. Joker warning for the next, like, 10 minutes.
Hey, sweetums, you're gonna miss the party.
Get me out of this thing!
For those of you who have played this game, who thought your console was broken? Scarface. Arnold Wesker. I was looking up information about him earlier. Arnold Wesker is, just little details.
Classic motorcades with delusions of grandeur. Cuckoo.
Help me! Someone help me!
Just got to check your prisoner, dear.
Whatever. Just be careful. He's not looking too good.
No, he's not.
Yeah, right?
Feel sorry for him. He never fully got over his parents.
I've mentioned this before, but not Dead by Dawn. That's an Evil Dead movie. Eternal Darkness. Eternal Darkness. I had a friend who played that game, and we played it together. He showed it to me.
Cut me free!
And even after playing that game, even after playing that game, I was like, no, what? I had rented a console to play this game at one point, back when Family Video let you rent consoles. I had rented a console, and it's like, great, I broke the console, and now I'm gonna have to pay for it, and I can't even afford to buy one, let alone pay for one that I broke. This is a grown-up story warning. I went to college in a small town in Indiana.
What are you doing, little bat?
Named Manchester University. When I was there, it was Manchester College. Oop. Don't get greedy. It was Manchester College, but it's this little town in Indiana. It's actually a little It's a town that's different than a lot of Indiana. Oh, I should have gone. But we got a family video, which was great. We were able to rent videos. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, before Netflix took over the world, we had to go to places and pay to temporarily own the actual VHS or DVD copy of movies. But Family Video, one of the things about Family Video is they have a room in the back that only grown-ups are allowed in. And this little town in Indiana got real mad about that little room. I'll admit, I never went in that room. But I did think it was cool that they had it. Because, you know, people like grown-up videos. Yeah, so there were protests, and essentially the town's attorney was like, we can't... If you don't like it, don't go there, but we can't tell them to stop. That's not how this... Oh, shoot. I knew it was coming. It's because I was telling a video about nography.
You failed. Now suffer.
Yeah, it in that town they liked good nography, they liked bad nography, but pornography was something that they just didn't appreciate. Like punny, oh, absolutely. Yeah, there are definitely things in Parks and Rec that are like, oh, that's real. I love that town. That's the town where my ex-in-laws have the farm. Which, if you're from Indiana, it's the best little farm. They make brick oven pizza. I helped make the brick oven. We don't talk much anymore. I would ask them if I could use the name.
Scared to come out and face your fears, Batman.
Patience Ward is manned by Waylon Jones. I'm assured that he's cured almost every patient
what?
and boasts empty beds in all his wards.
Now madness takes you forever.
This is for the streamers out there. Do you also feel like you make 1,000 more mistakes when people are watching? It's the fact that I have claimed to be okay about these games, and now at every turn, this game will make me make every mistake, including the ones that I've never made before. That's alright. Mistakes are okay. We learn from them.
Is your mind playing tricks on you, or am I?
And there is absolutely zero pressure to do this, but feel free to say hello in the chat if you would like to participate in a little bit of conversation. I love talking to people, but absolutely no pressure.
You need a little more.
A good lurking is fine too.
Tell me, what demons do you have left to beat? Shall we see?
It's been neat over the years to see different interpretations of the fear toxin.
An extra dose, little bit.
Even within the Arkham games, there were. There are different interpretations of the fear toxin. Yeah, I gotta remember the counter. I'm gonna blame the fact that I've been playing Spider-Man. I'm so glad, because I do like, this is a game. I mentioned this. If I ever get too repetitive with stories, I need a modder to be like, stop telling that story. If I ever get too repetitive, but this series of video games, the Arkham series of video games, every time I close a show, like I said, I am an out-of-work musical theater performer. I sing opera and musical theater. Anytime I close a show, I play through the Arkham games. At least the story mode to 100%. Collect all the Riddler trophies. I'm so glad you get it, Miles. They're just almost too close. So this has been a tradition of mine since, I don't know, 2012?
How are you doing this?
I guess since I bought my Xbox 360, which was, I think, 2011.
What are you?
So a game like Arkham Asylum, I have played
You're as crazy as the rest of us.
a couple dozen times.
As much as we need you.
Like I said, I've never 100% completed it.
Flood the catacombs with enough fear gas to break the minds of everyone in Gotham for
Already got that
100
one,
years.
okay. And one might extrapolate from that I should be good at these games. I am very okay at these games. Except when I'm talking to other human beings. I think, because we're going to get through the story mode pretty quickly here, and I don't know how long the challenge maps are going to take me. I've gotten really good at the challenges on Arkham City, but the mechanics were really upped for that game. So I don't know how long the challenge maps are going to take. It's going to be embarrassing. It might be frustrating at times, but we'll break it up with other stuff.
Care to tell me how these got in my office? Simple, really.
But we'll get through the story mode. We probably won't finish today. Just because I do take my time, and I like to get all the Riddler trophies before. But we will finish it. I think Thursday is the next day I'm going to stream Batman, because I'm going to do a Joker-free Wednesday for Ashley.
Like the clown. I know, I've heard it before.
It's a name that puts a smile on my face. It makes me think.
Yeah, we'll finish that, and I think, because, I mean, it's a holiday week, and I'm alone for the holiday.
Really? Go on.
Which can be lovely. I mean, there's something to solitude. But I think I might try my first speedrun of this game. I've been looking, like, I've thought about watching videos just to get some of the strats, but I think it might be nice to just play it. See how I do. Get a good, first PR.
I've seen it in his eyes. Screaming mad. And dishonest.
Yeah, so I may, toward the end of this week, I may do a speed run of this game, which will be a slow speed run, because I'm gonna try not to look up too many strats. It'll just be a get through the game as fast as I can, and let's see what happens. I'm not gonna break any world records, but it'll be a fun challenge for me. I did see the trailer for Gotham Knights. I'm not entirely sure what to think, because there's definitely some cool stuff in there. It looks like the combat is a continuation. Oh, cool! I'll have to try to stop by for the Star Wars talk. Yeah, but in terms of Gotham Knights, yeah, I don't know. I'm staying optimistic. especially after... Come on now. After Arkham Knight, which no spoilers,
of conscience.
but I'm
I
okay with the
from my priest
story being
on
over.
The choices I had made.
I
asked
the
him
fact
if it was
that
a sin to kill
Kevin Conroy's
in order
not
to
in it
save
worries
life.
me. Does that make
The
sense?
holy man said all life
Like, Kevin
was
Conroy
sin,
doesn't always have to voice
but
Batman.
A judgment would not be
But if
upon
it's
my
something
soul.
in this series,
If
I felt the same way
to
for
save
Origins. Oh,
another.
I should have stayed up there.
I left the confessional
Which,
with my
that made a
soul
little more
uplifted,
sense because it was a younger Batman.
convinced more than ever doing a service
yeah.
not only to mankind,
I feel like they might
but to
complicate
God
the model by trying to make it... They might try to compensate by making the model more complicated for the game. I don't know, I'm optimistic. I'll play it. Probably on this stream. Which will be hilarious because I'm not the best at new video games. But yeah, what do you think of the Gotham Knights?
So what's down there? Killer Croc cell. He's
Oh no. That's another one of those things in City that just makes life a little bit easier, is that you can cancel your counter. I really need to practice. Yeah! The moment that I heard Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill had been cast in these games, and if for whatever reason you haven't picked up on it, Kevin Conroy is the voice actor for Batman in this. He did the animated series, and he's done it pretty much everything over the past 30 years. Mark Hamill, who originally played Luke Skywalker. No talking about anything that might spoil fun stuff for Mark Hamill. It's hard to say that without actually spoiling. Keep that out of the chat. Spoiler free. They are the voice actors from the animated series, and easily arguable two of the best. But yeah, when they got cast, I was like, oh, they're taking this game seriously. Yeah, and so to see something within, to see something within that universe that doesn't utilize them, it just, yeah. It makes me worried. It makes me go, why? What happened? Okay. Normally at this point, I would go back and I would just find all of the trophies in this facility. All the Riddler trophies. Because I like to just get that out of the way. But let's keep playing. Let's meet Killer Croc today.
What? You found 75% of my challenges? This can't be right.
Well, I haven't been keeping up on it as much as I should. But I believe Rocksteady, who did the main three of the Arkham series, they did Asylum, City, and Night. They have shifted focus to the Suicide Squad game, which looks really cool. I don't know entirely what to expect from it. But they shifted their focus there, and so, what is it, the Canadian branch? Oh! Yeah, so to finish this, I get so distracted.
One step closer.
So I think the spiritual successor is the new Suicide Squad game. Which, check out that trailer. It looks really cool. I feel like there will be an opportunity for humor
Don't do it, Crane.
in that game. Also capitalizing on Harley Quinn's success. Waylon Jones. Oh, you know, something I've never done. So this game, without giving too much away, has 3 different endings, depending on what % of the game you have completed. And I usually see one specific ending. I see one specific ending, but I think we might complete the game with as many Riddler trophies as we have, and then we'll go back. I think the game works that way. We'll go back and
Oracle, I'm heading into Croc's lair.
We'll get the Riddler trophies, see the next one, and then when we get to 100%, the ending that I've never seen not on YouTube, we'll watch that together too.
There's nothing on record. Bruce, are you sure about this? Sounds like a suicide mission.
I've got no choice. I've tuned the scanner to detect the spores required to make.
Yeah, thank you, Miles.
It'll lead me straight to them.
For confirming that. Like I said, it's more of a spiritual sequel.
Just need traps
it's the same universe, but it's the Suicide Squad trying to take out
I'll contact you when I'm done.
The Justice League.
These floating platforms will support me, but will also send sound waves through the water, giving away my position to Croc.
Oh, I wonder how speedrunners do this section. Again, I'm just going to play through it and see what it is. I think the record is 2 something for this game. Glitchless. I don't like glitches. In part because I'm not good at them. Yeah, I keep coming to sections like, oh, I wonder how you do this fast. Yeah, Miles, I also agree. It will be very cool to see how co-op works, especially in Arkham Knight, where they had those sections where you're playing as both. It seemed like at least in the challenge maps, we could have had an opportunity. Oops, wrong button. We could have had an opportunity. It stresses me out too.
These spores don't contain enough of the anti-venom mold. I'm going to need to find more.
And it really, I don't know. Part of why Batman has always been my favorite is because he's a human being. A human being with weaknesses, although we rarely see them. He is a human being nonetheless. And so going up against a giant crocodile person, not ideal to face head on. Although I will say something. In Arkham Knight, there is a secret achievement. It doesn't technically fall within the 100%. But by that point, we might just go for it anyway. Where you have to unlock a fight with Killer Croc. Where is he coming from? Okay. Yeah, you have to get, I think it's 1,000,000 points in a combat encounter. It's a free flow, like, just continual combat encounter. If you get 1,000,000 points, then Nightwing joins you, and you fight Killer Croc. To give you an idea, my patience runs out around 150,000. Yeah, it looks like the Suicide Squad. I'm trying to think of who's in the trailer. It's Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Great White Shark, which let's talk about him in a second. Great White Shark. Oh, and there's one other. That one got me. Give me 1 second, friends. I got a quick call. I'm gonna make sure that everything is okay. Hey everybody, I hope that you can hear me. I'm gonna take a quick break. Nope, hold on. I'm just gonna pause really fast and I'll be back in just a minute to continue Arkham Asylum. Give me 1 second, everybody.